Greetings. This is Minenhle and I head up the Creative and Promotions Department at Gagasi FM. South Africa is currently on an official lockdown, something that is new for the nation and the world. There's a lot of questions and some uncertainty about the future. But one thing is certain. South Africa is listening more to radio, and listeners have more time to listen to radio, and they are also listening attentively. This is one of the times where brands don't have to compete for the listener's attention. Brands don't have to compete with a frustrated listener who is stuck in traffic. They don't have to compete with the listener who's trying to rush the kids to school and get them to school on time. They don't have to compete with the listener who's going through work-related issues or has a boss who's stressing them out. They don't have to compete with the taxi driver who shows no respect for the rules of the road. Their attention is there and they are looking to engage. They are looking for inspiration. They also want to laugh and they want to be made happy. Because before, they used to go out to gatherings with either friends, family, or colleagues to get this inspiration, to get the laughs, to be inspired, to be happy. And now they can't. And radio offers this to them. Radio is their companion, their number one companion. They have presenters that they can call in and talk to. That moment when a listener is on air is their engagement not only with the presenter. To them, they're engaging with people that they know that they are connecting to because they know that those people are listening. And guess what? It's exciting for them that someone that knows me has heard my voice. It's that 15 seconds of fame, but also it's also that connection to them that, hey, I'm still okay, I'm all right, and I'm good during this lockdown. So the lockdown is when they are most likely to appreciate non-traditional radio, such as interviews, sponsorships, and competitions. If you set up an appointment with them to tune in, either for an interview or a competition or a certain feature that you are sponsoring, guess what? They will tune in because they now have the time to tune in. They aren't rushing anywhere, and they would appreciate to engage with something that will either lift up their spirits or give them more knowledge or insight into a certain subject. And even because some are going through some financial difficulties, winning that money or voucher gives them a certain hope for the future. Digital is also important at this time, as listeners tend to go to it to get inspired. There's currently a meme going around that says social media these days looks like lockdown has talent, because so many people now have time to try out new things or things that they've been wanting to try out. They are exercising now, they are cooking, some are even trying to replicate meals from their favorite takeaway joints. There's makeup tutorials going around. Family times are now being shared. People are showing others what they're doing to keep connected with their children at home. Information about certain subjects are also being shared. The list is endless. Digital is also a platform where listeners go to find out what their faves are up to. They don't want to miss out on what their favorite presenters or influencers are doing during this time when they aren't at events or DJing. They want to see what is Felix doing now that all he does is his show, and then he goes home and he can't do a comedy show at the Playhouse anymore. They want to see what Felix is up to. How's he engaging with his family? And guess what? They now have time to keep in touch with their faves and the influencers. So brands should also use digital to inspire or encourage a certain behavior with the consumers, or just to connect with the consumers. Now is not the time to go silent, especially when the nation now has time to listen.